千里之行，始于足下。A journey of 1,000 miles begins beneath the feet. We now gather in the Tao to travel the journey together. Welcome to Tao Talks with Derek Lin, where we take a deep dive into the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu. As always, I want to extend my welcome to you. Thank you for joining us. I would like to invite you to center your thoughts and direct your attention to this moment in time, to the here and now, to be fully present and mindfully aware as we are ready ourselves for this sacred process in the Tao with one another. Now, I mentioned that gossip has a particular power to mislead, to cause problems, and this is something that the ancient sages were very mindful of. To illustrate that, there is a story from ancient times that I would like to share with you. It is called The Power of Rumors. And this is a story from the spring and autumn period of ancient China. Back in those days, there was a scholar that was one of the top students under Confucius. This scholar was well known for being morally upright. He was a virtuous person as well as a good son to his elderly mother. One day, while his mother was home weaving her cloth, a neighbor came running into the house. He seemed so frantic. He said to her, "Horrible, horrible news. Your son has killed someone." She thought this was ridiculous because she knew her own son very well. So she replied, "My son would never kill anyone." After a while, another person came running in and told her the same thing. "Your son has killed someone." She still refused to believe. Surely someone made a mistake. She decided she should ignore the warning, remain calm, and go back to her weaving. After a while, a third person came running in and repeated the same thing to her. Your son has killed someone." She still felt it could not possibly be true. But why would these people all say the same thing? What if it was true? In ancient times, an entire family could be in trouble if one family member committed a crime. If her son did kill someone, then the authority would be coming for her soon. Fear crept into her thoughts. She dropped the cloth she was weaving, went out the back door, jumped over the back wall, and ran away. Much later, the truth came out. The crime was not committed by her son after all. It was done by another man with the same name. The same name is what caused the confusion. The end. This story is a historical story. That is, it's based on actual events, historical figures. The story became well known in Chinese culture as the way to illustrate the terrifying power of false rumors. You see, it didn't matter that the scholar was highly virtuous, even the most virtuous person that anyone knew, nor did it matter that his mother had the highest confidence in him. All it takes to compel belief is multiple people repeating the same falsehood. And when several people did that, others begin to believe. Now, this is part of human nature. This is something that is true regardless of East or West, ancient times or modern times. We have the exact same problem in the modern world. At the level of our society, we have all seen outright lies and fabrications being repeated frequently and then accepted as true by millions of people. At the level of our personal lives, we have always heard rumors and gossip floating around. Sometimes it can be difficult to know what to believe. So in a world like this, what should we do as cultivators of the Tao? Can we not hold ourselves to a higher standard? Tao teachers, Tao masters will say, absolutely. We should be different from the people who pass on rumors and gossip without any thought being applied to them. Before repeating something that we hear, we should consider the following. So this thing that we have heard, is it true? Can it be independently verified? Verified by someone who is not the source of that information, but another source. And before we repeat something that is true, we should consider, is it necessary to convey this information, to pass on this information? Does it serve a constructive purpose? Is it useful? Is it something that is positive? And lastly, is it kind? We talked about hurtful words. If we were to practice compassion, why should we be the agent of causing hurt or harm? If the words are hurtful, should we be the ones to spread them? So with these considerations, sometimes known as the three gates of communication, we go back to the very end of this chapter where Lao Tzu says, too many words hasten failure, cannot compare to keeping to the void. Now you know the void is the silent, quiet void of the Tao. Rather than to speak too many words, passing on rumors, harmful gossip, all of those things are bad for us, bad for other people, bad for humanity, cannot compare to keeping quiet. The summary for today is to be aligned with the Tao. Starting with the realization that the Tao is inexhaustible, it is infinite. The more you use it, the more there is to use. Therefore, the more we cultivate, the more skillfully we can use more of it. Number two, cultivate humility. We can be more capable and humble at the same time, much like the Tao is able to do everything and says nothing. Number three, we can observe those who speak too much, and we see the truth in the words of Lao Tzu, that too many words hasten failure. We can observe the negative consequences that people who speak too much bring upon themselves, and we can learn from that. Speak less and do more. By watching what we say, we can find peace and contentment in the silence of the Tao. Oftentimes, we don't need to talk really all that much. Our meeting has come to an end, but the journey continues on. Until next time, may the Tao fill you with peace and happiness.